Hey, everybody, what's happening? Happy New Year.
Hi.
We are back with a whole slew of new shows. Welcome to Thrifty Business. I'm your one host, Vegas J. And with me, as always,
Debbie Weeder.
I'm like, what happened, Debbie?
I forgot my name.
Debbie forgot her name. She's had such a fun holiday season. All right, let's get right to our first segment. It's Jay's Tiki Talk. Each week, I feature a different rum out of a different tiki mug, and I try and match them up with my guests. And my guests are, we haven't had a duo guest in a long time. Yay. It's Mark and Robin Levine from Bubblefast. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey. Hello, welcome.
All right,
Happy New Year.
So, all right, so here's how I matched up my mug tonight. So the last time I was in Chicago, I dropped my mommy off at a tiki bar, and by pure weirdness, Mark showed up. Were you there too, Robin?
I was there.
Okay, so you guys showed up, just, wasn't planned for knowing my mom was there. So they were hanging out. So I'm drinking out of a 3 dots and a dash mug.
All right.
This is the green coconut mug. They do not make it anymore. If you find any 3 dots and a dash mugs, they're all collectible and they all are good flippers on eBay. And I had a rum disaster. Right before the show, if you ever move to a desert climate like Las Vegas or Phoenix or Tucson, be prepared for your corks just to disintegrate as you're opening them up. So I filtered it a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but I still got floaters I got to filter out. So tonight I am drinking Mount Gay rum, and in honor of Mark, I'm drinking extra old.
Oh. Thanks so much.
I couldn't figure out what to match up with you guys. I'm like, oh, extra old. And then like Hercules, I tore the cork in half while I was in the bottle still. I'm like, crap.
You couldn't find the extra wise version?
No, there is no extra wise. So I'm sorry, sir.
Cool. Well, I am drinking champagne because it's Happy New Year, everybody.
Oh, Happy New
Cheers.
Year.
See the bubbles?
Cheers. And yes, quick question. Someone said, is this a Dive Bar Teacher of the Month Club? Yes, it is. So
that's cool.
It's like a bonus bolo. All right, Mark and Robin, you guys sit back, relax, and we'll see you in about 20-some minutes.
Have fun. See ya.
Have fun. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. We cannot wait to share with you all the good stuff we got. So let's start it right out with...
Happy birthday, belated.
Oh, you got a balloon for me. Oh, look at that.
A balloon. Happy birthday.
You say it's your birthday. I am 48 years old.
You.
All right, let's get right to our scores of the week. All the cool stuff that Debbie and I have sold, things that you should be hunting for in the thrift store.
Isn't this awesome? We found this, I think, up at Lake Tahoe at a Goodwill for like $3.99 and sold it for $49. A Metallica baseball hat. Yay.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
Yep. And they're so easy to ship. Isn't this awesome? I paid $6 for it. I think it was $9. We were in Reno on a little trip, and we hit these thrift stores, and I did fabulous and sold this for $59. It was like 20% off or something. So I got it for, I think, $6. And he's already received it, and it arrived safe. And it's a Masonic little decanter. Isn't it gorgeous?
Hey, Debbie, somebody just, Christine, my admin. Hi, Christine. She said, I never would have guessed that's Metallica. How'd you know it was Metallica?
My husband. Oh, yeah, on the back.
On the back. Yep. Okay. There it is.
I know. I thought it was Rockstar, the energy drink. Monster or Rockstar or something. Okay. These have been hanging around for about 2.5 years. These surfboard. And, everyone says sell on Poshmark. So guess what? I listed this on Poshmark, and someone gave me an offer for $12 like 6 months ago, and I declined it. And they just sold the other day for full price, $31.99. So don't give up.
Love it.
Yep.
Oops. Sorry. Hiya!
Can you believe how much this sold for? $89.99. This was from our profit.
Heck?
I know. This was from our profit pile. I think they just increase in value while they're sitting in the house. It's a Build-A-Bear Mickey for $89.99. Paid $3 for it at a thrift store. So hey, keep looking. Stuff is out there.
I love it. All right, I love to sell big bras. How about a 40J? And I sold it for $37. Now, if you've not got into big bras yet, haha, that can be a funny joke. And you don't know this, big bra, especially when you get up to J, you just can't walk into Walmart and buy a J. So a lot of these bras are custom made. They come from only a few specific companies that make bigger bras, and they are not cheap. So that's why you can get $37 for a used bra. And the bonus tip is I don't have a 40J mannequin. It is stuffed with air pillows to make it look nice. If you picture your bras and make them look sad and droopy, ain't no woman want to buy that bra.
Now, do you think you find more because you're in Vegas with the showgirls and?
No, I find them everywhere. I was teaching a class with Nate in New Jersey. I was explaining about the big bras. We walk over to the section. There's 18 people in the class, and there was 18 M and N size bras. So one for everybody.
I don't see them around me. I'll have to keep looking.
All right. These are 3 stuffed dinosaurs, came out in the 90s by the company Applause. I picked these up for $1 each, almost like my mother. Not a quarter, but $1 each. And they were selling okay separately, but they were selling pretty much. They were selling a lot better in lots. So I put these 3 together and got $55 plus shipping for them.
Just amazing. I was surprised when I found out people buy used plush, but hey.
So far I'm showing you a used bra and used plush.
Yeah.
And now a used robe. If you don't know who Kelly Van Halen is, she is the ex-wife of Alex Van Halen. She actually had to sue to use the name Van Halen on her plush robes that she sells, and they'll sell upwards of like $200-$300. This one was just plain gray, but it was super duper soft. And I had it for about 7 months, but I just sold it this week, so off it went.
That's him. And that was her name must be in the label.
Yeah, and there, like I said, it's just a nice gray robe. Okay. And there's the logo by Kelly Van Halen.
Okay.
Small, medium, and that's it. There ain't nothing much to this, but people know her robes, and we'll pay big money for them.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Now, I've been working my way through my friend's record collection. I don't expect you ever to find this, but I do want to show you things that you think are just worthless. Like, how many of us have ever heard of the wipers? Because I sure hadn't, but I sold this record for $150. Wow. And so it's one of those things where, you find records of bands, like Metallica, they'll do well on record. But it's also the weird things that you're like, well, this would catch my eye. If I was thrifting, this cover would catch my eye. I wouldn't think right away, ooh, $150 record. But there are tons of records that can bring you crazy money that you ain't never heard of. So I just want to share those with you. Now, if you find this, cool. But, I just wanted to show you that there's records out there. Oh,
and that's a promotional copy, right? So there's fewer of those.
Most of my buddies' records are promotional copies. So you just gotta let people know that, because typically promotional records are the first ones off the line, so they're the best pressed ones. So
good to know.
E Blanco says, love that record. So you have this record? Nice. All right. So each week I also share my CD scores of the week. And I had 2 such good ones I couldn't decide. So guess what, Deb? I will share them both.
Yes.
Okay. Again, I don't know who Wendy Carlos is, but when I was in Chicago a couple months ago, this looked interesting to me. I scanned it. Oops, I made it too big. I scanned it and thought, oh, that's awesome. This was $6 at a record store. And I just sold this week on Amazon for $65. And as you can see, it was very good. If it was like new, it probably would have got $75 or $80.
Wow.
And then how many of you remember the movie Iron Eagle? Great movie.
Oh, yes. Loved it.
How many of you saw Iron Eagle 2? So this is the Iron Eagle 2 soundtrack that I picked up at a record store for, I think, $8, and I sold it for $50 this week. So look, CDs, I've been teaching you. Some of you aren't believing it. Some of you didn't take the class, but guess what? The class is still there. Although it happened live a couple months ago, 6 weeks ago, whatever it was. flippingcds.com. You can go and download. It was a 2.5 hour webinar, and it was chock full of information. So much information, your head will explode.
So true. And CDs are everywhere. There are tons of them out there.
Everywhere. So, for those of you who aren't a believer yet, who haven't bought the webinar yet, I'm going to give away 2 right now. So do me a favor. If you're in the Secret Beach or you've already watched the webinar, please don't answer. Just please don't answer. Let someone who isn't in the Secret Beach, who hasn't watched it yet, answer. All right. Oh, so just a little bit more. I teach everything from how to find good stuff in record stores and the racks of unorganized CDs at thrift stores. I teach you how to go through them quickly, plus a ton more. What to look for, different genres, different sections of the thrift store, tons of information, flippingcds.com. And look at that. Debbie made me a nice little fun graphic. Who's going to win? All right, here's the deal. I have 2 questions. Now, I hope you all can answer both, but I aimed one at the younger crowd who's watching and I aimed one at the older crowd. So that way I'm not playing favorites.
Nice.
All right. So here's the deal. I'm going to show you a question. The first person I see answer in the chat, you're the winner. Again, if you've already seen the webinar or you're in the Secret Beach, please don't participate. Let someone else win. Okay. Now, if you happen to win and you've already seen it, you can gift it to somebody. That's fine too. But here we go. You ready? First person to answer this correctly wins. Here we go. We'll see how much you all pay attention to current news. Ready?
And remember, the order that Jason sees it is different
Yes.
than what you're seeing it. So.
Which female singer is headlining Coachella this year?
No clue.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't help anybody.
Yeah, my mom didn't know either, so that's all right.
Is Coachella where they sell Coach purses?
No. All right, Troy McDonald, bam. So Troy McDonald got the right answer, Ariana Grande, but I like the funny answers afterwards. Aretha, Cher, no idea. All right, so Troy McDonald, please message me on Facebook, and after the show, I will get you all hooked up with a free download for the CD webinar. So thank you, Troy.
Congratulations, Troy. Nice job.
All right, now we're going to give away one more. And this is aimed at a little bit of an older crowd because I was thinking, okay, I don't want to play favorites, so I'm going to go for the older crowd. Are we ready? Let's play this again. Are we ready? All right.
Ready.
What was Fleetwood Mac's original name?
Oh. I've heard it, but I can't say it. So.
I stumped you on both of them, Debbie.
I know. I'm not very good with names. I just like the music.
All right, let's see who comes up with what was Fleetwood Mac's original name. While we're waiting, I see Linda. Aloha, Linda. No, the original name of the band.
How many people are Googling right now?
I know. Let's see if no one knows. Let's see who Googles the fastest. Again, if you already watched it, don't play. But we'll see how good. All right. Apparently, no one knows. So
Ask Siri.
We'll see.
Siri knows.
I'll say we'll see who can Google the fastest. Apparently, no one was a fan of Fleetwood Mac before the name change.
Ah. So you're asking what was the band's original name? Is Fleetwood Mac a person?
It's 2 people in the band.
Okay, yeah.
Wow, I didn't think I'd stump the entire audience tonight. Come on now. Linda didn't get it.
Siri, help us out here.
Buckingham Nicks was just a solo project from Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. Come on now. 130 people. No one's Googled it yet? I mean, I'm a little shocked that no one's Googled yet. No, it is not Mac Fleetwood. Come on, y'all. There's got to be some Googling out there because this is a quick, easy thing to find. Christine's like, oh, it just sounded right.
You might have to come up with a new question.
No. There's 130 people. Someone go to Google. I mean, it's not tough to Google it.
I'm Googling, but I'm not going to say the answer.
Nope. It's not John Mayall and the Blues Breakers. That's it was an offshoot of that, but that wasn't Fleetwood Mac.
It's hard to Google. It's not just coming up easily.
No, not everyone has seen the CD webinar. I know that for sure. Wow. All right. Well, I'm just going to leave it there. And then if anyone ever shows up with the right answer. Linda.
I think Linda, I know the answer.
Linda, quit just guessing. Plus, you've already seen it, haven't you, Linda?
I have the answer. For $100, I will tell you. I think I have the answer. Yeah, it's kind of hard. This isn't a real easy one to Google.
Oh, baloney. Wikipedia's got it. I mean.
Well, I'm reading through, and it's not like, here is your answer, but I think I found it.
So E. Blanco kind of has it. Now, if that's the original name, I don't even know that. So I will give it, nope, it's not John Mayall. They were an offshoot. Boom. Sharon's got it. Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, I have the wrong answer.
What'd you have, Deb?
The Jeff Beck Group.
No, what?
It says...
What?
It says the Jeff Beck Group would feature a young singer named Rod Stewart, but instead Fleetwood joined another band of blues music. I don't know. Oh, well.
Yeah, Deb, you are certainly on the wrong page.
I tried.
Yeah. All right. So I will look into the Peter Green and the Bad Boys if that's a real name. I never heard that. But E. Blanco messaged me on Facebook, and Sharon Smith also messaged me on Facebook. All right. I kind of stumped you guys today. I didn't think that I would.
You did? So who won the second one? Who won this one?
I'm going to check into it. So
okay.
And if there was a name prior to even Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, I will give it to E. Blanco and Sharon Smith. I'm definitely giving it to Sharon Smith. So message me on Facebook.
That was fun. We all learned something today.
Yeah. All right. Well, I didn't think I'd stump you guys. You guys got Ariana Grande a lot quicker than I expected. And all right, cool. All right. Not everything can be winners. Oh, whoops. My slides are out of order. So those of you who did not win tonight, my Happy Holiday special was supposed to end on New Year's Eve at midnight. It is still active. I did not turn it off. So
grab it.
Don't tell nobody. So get over to flippingcds.com. Pop in Happy Holidays, save 50% off, and I guarantee you, the first time you find a CD to flip and you flip it, it'll cover the cost of the webinar just like that.
It will.
Trust me. And Sharon's excited. She never wins anything. Hey, Sharon. Okay, so on to it. Now it's time for. Our duds of the week. Not everything can be winners. Do not let our mistakes be yours.
Wow. My husband picked this up at the Goodwill. He didn't even check it because he figured it's new, it's Slurpee, and I think it ended up being worth about maybe $8. So we just put it up for $19.99, and we'll see if anybody wants this hat. But it's not really.
I kind of like the plan.
I know, it's cool, and that's why we thought. But when we got it home, we started researching. I think it was like $7.99. I'm like, what were you thinking? Because I think we paid $4 for it. So anyway, we're just put it up there and see what happens. You know, we have the whole world to shop from us.
Absolutely.
So, except not this week, for me anyway. This little pillow pet guy, he's been with us so long that I don't think he didn't want to ever leave. But he did finally, I think, what did he sell for?
This says 19.
I know, but I think it was like 12.
Oh, even less.
Yes. And what I picked this up because, you know, back in the day when I would lose my top rated seller status because I would dip below the 100 for the year because I was more focused on Amazon. So I bought this at the 99-cent store. Nobody wants it. It's patriotic. So finally, after I think 3 years, he found a home. So $12. So, but it was around forever.
Forever. All right. Speaking of forever, I think I had this for like 4 Christmases. It's a 5 CD set of Christmas songs with Bing Crosby, 60 Christmas tunes. Now, I can't even fathom needing to hear 60 tunes by any one artist, but I figured when I got it, it'd be like this hot seller. And it's one of those where I wasn't even going to list it this year because I had it every Christmas for the last 3, and I listed it, and I finally got $14. So bye-bye.
Oh, yes.
I will never buy the 5 CD Christmas with Bing Crosby.
So is that like 10 cents a song or something?
Oh. And then this was kind of a shipping, kind of a dud mistake. I had this pay by number forever, and I got an $11.49 offer, and I took it. But when I took it, I wasn't looking at the object. I forgot how big it was, and I forgot it was framed with glass. So it
Oh,
was not light. So the time it took to ship, and I lost some money on shipping. This was just a lose all the way around. So when you go to accept an offer, make sure you're fully aware of your product.
absolutely.
That was my bad. All right, now it's time for where in the world did our stuff go? If you are not selling internationally, you are leaving out 7.3 billion with a B potential customers. Debbie and I offer worldwide shipping. Unfortunately, Debbie sold nothing this week worldwide, but I did.
Yay.
I sold a Flying Goose
Cheers.
winter sweater from the Alps, came to the United States somehow, and is going to, I guess, Mas, MA''AS, Israel, right outside of Tel Aviv. So, you know, a sweater made in the Alps made its way to Las Vegas, Nevada. Now it's going to Israel. That's why we offer worldwide shipping, because you never know who needs what somewhere in the world.
That's right. And they have money and they like to spend it.
Ooh, Denmark and Netherlands for me yesterday. I love it.
Not me.
All right. Now it's time for our thrifty tip of the week. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you are outsourcing.
Yes. Jason always tells me, make sure you keep your phone charged. And so keep a charger with you. I have one, we call it the brick. It will charge my phone 6 times. It's pretty big. I always keep it on my purse. We were not planning to go thrifting. We had went to watch the Seahawks game. And on our way home, I told my husband, we got to go to Savers. Well, I'm scanning CDs and guess whose phone started to die? Mine. Thankfully, I had my charger in my purse, so I could keep going with it. So always, always have a backup, because you never know. You may be talking on your phone or watching videos and run your battery down and not think about it. And all of a sudden, oh my gosh, there's a 90% off sale at the thrift store you got to hit.
Always have a full charge. All right. So mine is, it's kind of a twofer. It's going to piggyback off what I just said. Offer international, because I shipped this to London. But if you're not been sourcing at Marshall's, Ross, and TJ Maxx, you are missing out on a lot of good stuff. I was actually there looking for a different bolo that I didn't find, unfortunately. But look what I found.
Wow.
I found Levi silver tab striped overalls. I got
awesome.
4 pair, $12 each, and my first pair went for $127 to Britain.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
Ross, Marshalls, if nothing else, check the clearance denim section for cool and unique stuff. Like I said, I was there looking for something different. This definitely caught my eye.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what? Silver tab overalls, 4 pair, a variety of sizes? Hell yes. So always, always, always stop at the Ross, the Marshalls, and the TJ Maxxes. All right. Now it's time for You Have Got to Be Shipping Me. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you're shipping your clothes. You're shipping your items. Your clothes. Could be clothes.
Yeah, you shipped clothes. Okay, this comes under shipping tips and good customer service. We have these plates, spongeware plates, and we got 2 different messages from people giving us offers saying your shipping is exorbitant. It's way high. So we would repackage, and I would tell them we do not make money on shipping. If it's over $1 or more, we give them a refund, because that's not what I do. I don't, So anyway, we finally figured out, after repackaging these plates again, that it was better for us to ship them in 2 large flat rate boxes. So that's what we did. We repacked them, had them all ready to go. And I responded to the buyer. I declined her offer, but I told her, this is what's going on. I'm going to redo the listing, and it's going to be calculated or flat shipping, because I had no way to do 2 large flat rate boxes in my listing. So we changed it to flat, and then she sent us an offer. Now her offer was a little higher, and she was happy. She paid us $100 for 4 plates with shipping from California to the East Coast. So that was the only way we could figure out how to get these to her without, and trying to save. Shipping didn't help us. So sometimes you have to be creative with your shipping to get them to somebody. So it was 1 transaction, but we were able to put in 2 large flat rate boxes, and it saved about $20 on shipping.
Cool.
So, yeah, you got to work it.
All right, so mine's a live example, and I bought this off a member of the thrifting board. So I'm not necessarily throwing this person under the bus, but I'm going to show a better way that this should have been wrapped. because there actually came with a little bit of damage.
Uh-oh.
So it's this badass vintage tiki trophy that was probably at some point like a bowling trophy or a surfing trophy. But when it was shipped, when it was packed, this was still attached.
Oh.
So unfortunately, oops, actually goes that way. So unfortunately, this broke off. Now, what the person who shipped it did was they just wrapped the whole thing in bubble, just like around it. But there was 2 of these in the same box. And so I think they kind of got in the way of each other in the box. Now, what should have happened is bubble should have been woven in and out of the nooks and crannies like so. Okay.
Yeah.
And as you fill in all the nooks and crannies, then you will wrap the whole item in bubble. But first, take little pieces and work them in and out of these nooks and crannies. And hopefully, and it might have still broke, but this is the better way to do it when you've got nooks and crannies. I just like saying nooks and crannies. Okay. So yeah, definitely work your way through all these with bubble wrap, then wrap the whole thing, not just wrap the whole thing. That'll definitely help.
I did that with about one of those big ceramic Christmas trees. Of course, I find the one that has dripping snow. Dripping snow. And I spent 3 hours wrapping every little piece of it. Did a big box, and it arrived perfect. So I know that wrap, how would you say it? Dip, wrap, how'd you call it? Wrap the dips?
The nooks and crannies?
The nooks and crannies. I know that wrapping the nooks and crannies works.
So we did have a question. We got to back up just a smidge. Debbie, what did you mean you lost your top seller status, or you're going to lose your top seller status?
If you do not sell 100 items within a rolling 12 month, every month we get our checkup, you can lose your top rated seller status. And back in the day, I wasn't focusing so much on eBay, and I lost it twice. So I was buying some inexpensive things just to sell quick to try to get that back. So that's what happened. Now with my husband working with me, I don't have to worry about that anymore, because you have to sell, unless it's changed, it's $1,000 and 100 items within a rolling 12-month period to keep your top rated seller status. So most people don't have to worry about it. But when you're new, starting out, or you're just doing this maybe for a hobby, it's possible.
Cool. Thanks for clarifying that. Yes, Heather knew it, me, like an English muffin, nooks and crannies. All right, so now it's time for our eBay tips of the week. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you're selling on eBay.
Okay, this CR, one of the fabulous lifeguards in the wonderful.
What up, CR?
I thought I said her name wrong. In the thrifting board. If you're not on the thrifting board, come and join us. We are growing rapidly. Anyway, she posted this tool, this tip, and Joy Williams was part of the thing that I read. I'm going to put this into the show notes afterwards, but you go to that website and see, I put my name in the book kiosk, clicked US, and just hit it. And 579 listings of mine processed, there were no duplicates. So this is to check your duplicates. Do it weekly, do it monthly, do it however many times. It's free. It was so fast. I couldn't believe how fast. I only have, I don't have a ton of listings, but that's a great tool, because you don't want to have duplicate listings. You don't want it to sell and then, oops, I got another one. And usually eBay will tell you you have duplicate listings, but this is a great tool just to make sure you're you're right there where you need to be.
I love it. All right, now this one's going to be more of me getting on my soapbox. Let me raise up on my soapbox. And we don't see it in the thrifting board, but I am in a lot of other groups just to keep my pulse on what's happening. And I can't tell you how many people say, oh man, if someone offers me less than 50% on a best offer, I just block them, which is horrible for all of us. To be blocking people with money on a platform where we all work, that makes us lose those customers. Now, here's a prime example. If you don't know who Chase Rice is, and I wasn't sure who he was at first, he is a country singer. Not super big, but he's got a little bit of fame. When you went to his concert, if you bought a VIP ticket, you got this Chase Rice flag, and the red signature is part of the flag. But if you look between the E and the R, there's an actual signature too. So during the meet and greet with a VIP ticket, he signed the flag. Now, I don't know if anyone was going to give a crap, but it was $4, so I bought it. And I had it in my store for a few months. And I thought the only way to get this is to buy a VIP ticket So I'll shoot for the moon. List it high and let it fly is what I say. I listed it for $100 and no nibbles, no nibbles, no nibbles. I ran a 30% off sale, so it was $70. And finally, someone offered me $20. Now, based on a lot of people's theories, I should have not accepted that. I should have blocked them. Hell no. I didn't know where the market was going to be because there was no other solds to ever base my knowledge off of. So I just winged it. I thought, hey, if I get $100, hell yeah. But $20, it was like 4 ounces to ship. I paid her $3 or $4. I was happy to get it. So my tip is use best offer, but don't think less than 50% is an insult. Maybe you're just too high, because I always tell you, aim for the sky. But man, when someone finally comes around with money after it's been up for a while, if you want to take it, take it. But don't get angry. I'm happy. I made a sale. I made some profit. I moved a product that I probably shouldn't have bought in the first place, and I'm happy. The customer's happy. I'm happy. It's a win-win-win-win-win. And
I would like to add, when you block people, do you not think they don't find another way to buy from you anyway? You know, they can set up a guest. I have 2 eBay accounts. So if you block someone, you're just going to really tick them off. And I always look at it this way. They're going to use their friend's account. They're going to find a way to buy from you. And they may well just leave you a negative just because you already made them mad. So, yeah.
And everybody you block has a brother, a sister, a wife, a husband, a friend, a neighbor. I mean, it's silly. I wish they would actually do away with it. And, you know, it's detrimental to all of us. Like if we all own brick and mortar stores in a mall, and there was one store that was just shooing people out of the mall, we'd all go over and go, hey, shut up, knock it off. You're losing customers for all of us. So
yeah, absolutely.
All right. Our viewer tip of the week.
Yes, this is a really interesting one. Thank you, Devin Mosley. He's in the thrifting board. Someone was talking about a return. They weren't sure how to handle, and this was his advice. One thing I learned in retail, and it's BLAST acronym, believe what the customer's saying, listen to the problem, apologize, solve the situation, and thank them. This will get you ahead as a better person in life and a business owner, and it might hurt your wallet, but you can write it off at the end of the year, and many times people get those returns back. Jason, you do this a lot. You sell it again for more money.
Always.
So just, take good care of your customers. Listen to them. Don't always get on the defense and think, oh, they're scamming. They're trying to rip me off. I go shopping. We buy stuff all the time. Do you ever return anything that you bought somewhere? Yes, we do.
I got the same Christmas gift from 3 different people.
Oh.
So yes, returns are happening right now.
Yes, make it easy for people to buy from you. And yeah, there's, returns happen. I'm knocking on wood. We haven't had any yet from this Christmas season. So,
all right. So speaking of the thrifting board, I always forget to mention this, but I have a free Facebook group that teaches thrifters, eBayers, Amazoners, Etsyers of all shapes and sizes, new, old, young, veterans, whatever. And this is a rarity. We're about to add the 53,000th member right now. So let's do it. Let's do it live on the air right now. Let me bring up the group. I forgot to have that part ready. Whoops, bad. I've already seen who we're going to add as the 53,000th member. So let me get them added here.
And 8 more people want to join.
We're at 52,999.
This is exciting.
Alesha Dickin is a Etsy and eBay seller, 2+ years, and she's ready to follow the group. So bam, there we are. Ta-da!
Whoa, that's so exciting. Congratulations. Welcome.
Not appropriate. So welcome, number 53,000. So I want to thank everyone who's in the group. It's an amazing group. You all make it amazing. And extra special shout out and thanks to all the lifeguards, all my admin team that help keep it running. And here's to the next 1,000.
Yeah, and I have to say too, if you've been in other groups and there's a lot of drama and just crazy stuff going on, that's not happening in the thrifting board. Keeps a very positive, fun group to be in. And I can't believe how many people lately, newbies, are saying, "Oh my gosh, I just started and I've sold 2 things," and they're so excited. It reminds us how fun it is to sell on eBay again.
Yep. All right. So, and for once, I'm actually really prepared. So, Mom and I are already scheduled for this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. West Coast. And we're doing New Year's resolutions business style. What do you resolve to do in your eBay, Amazon, Etsy business in the new year? I'm actually going to start a post tonight in the thrifting board. So, I want you all to hop over there and pop in what your number one New Year's resolution is for your business. And then we're going to talk about all of those on Sunday. All right. So tune in on Sunday. Now, no Thrifty business next week. Why? Because I'm going to be in Boston because I like to vacation where it's warm in the wintertime. And I'll be at the Massachusetts eBay e-commerce online sellers group meetup as the featured speaker this coming Tuesday. So if you're in the area, and this is actually south of Boston, so it's South Massachusetts, head over to Facebook, find the Massachusetts eBay e-commerce online sellers group. And then once you have joined the group, find the event for Flipping CDs to Profit. I'm talking more CDs. And even if you've seen the webinar, anytime I teach about it, I bring new content. I never repeat. I hardly ever repeat. So anyone coming to the meetup next week is going to see all new content. And I've been told there'll be prizes. And I'll let you know a little secret. I'm bringing some prizes too. Now, if you do get signed up to join, go read the post for my event. I've actually already assigned homework. So you got to bring some homework to the event, and then there will be prizes given out.
Nice.
All right. So I'd love to see all y'all there. I know we got a big crowd coming. I know the weather's not going to be the best, but hey, if you live there, you totally understand it, and you should be able to drive in it. You can't drive in it, see if you can find a buddy who lives near you and drive on over and meet us at the restaurant. We'll be there for 3 hours. Chris Green, a bonus. Chris Green's going to be hanging out with me.
Wow.
So, not only just me, Chris will be there, and I'm sure he'll be happy to chat with you about anything.
Oh, yeah. Merch by Amazon. All
right. So let me get our guests in here. Where is their stuff? There we go. And there we go. Ta-da. All right. Let's get our guests in here, shall we? Hey everybody, it's Mark and Robin from Bubblefast. Yay!
Hi everybody. Can you hear us?
Nope.
I can. Hey, nice
fool
shirt.
you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
All right, so if anyone doesn't know who this Wonder Team is, Mark and Robin on Bubblefast is the only place you should be buying your shipping supplies, because I got to tell you, and I brought this up a million times, and I'll bring it up a million more. I cheated on you guys once. And it's Joy Williams' fault. She popped into link into the admin chat, said, "Oh my God, there's cheap bubble wrap on sale on Amazon." And like sheep, we all bought it. And then we got it. And I went, holy crap, I bought a lot of crappy bubble wrap. So although it was cheaper in price, you have to use more. So it wasn't cheaper. I'd rather just buy good stuff from you guys and not have to worry about it. So I'm sorry I cheated.
Best customer service.
Thanks.
Yes.
All right. So unfortunately, we have to talk about this because it happens every year in January. New shipping rates and bullshit like that. So who better to let us know what's happening than you guys? And so you have a little presentation. So Debbie and I are just going to sit back, relax, and just let me know when you want me to change the slide. Now, I forgot to mention, if you guys want to see the slides, click on the little square down below that has the slide in it, and it'll be big on your screen.
Okay. Or I can just go to the Hangout.
Yeah.
Okay. I see me and Robin.
Okay. Now click on the square with the where you see your little presentation.
Here it is.
There we go.
Oh, nice graphics. Nice graphics. So, as we know, as Jason said, every year we have shipping rate changes, 5%, 6%, whatever, and we all deal with it, and we all have to deal with it together. So misery loves company. It's a little bit more complicated than that this year. There are rate changes and there are rule changes.
Boo.
And there is different timing for when those changes are going to take place. So we're ready to move on to the first one. We're going to do some USPS rate changes. If you can see on the top, this presentation will be available to you later with clickable links. You can find everything we're talking about at USPS.com, or you can click on an Excel spreadsheet link from Pirate Ship that gives you all the details that we're going to be talking about. So in regards to the post office, The vast majority of the rate changes will be taking effect January 27th, right around this month. So get your listings ready. You still have a little bit of time.
Can I interrupt real quick? Because I blow this every year. So I want everyone to remember this. On January 26th, stay up till midnight and make sure all your shipping's done till 11:59.
No, good tip.
Get the last old rates in. Okay, go.
Yeah, get at the post office the day before or you're going to lose out.
Yep, get them in.
So most of the rate changes are not extraordinary or unusual for the most part. First class letter is going to go up a nickel. It doesn't affect most of us that much. But first class package, there's going to be some major changes, and we'll talk about it in future slides. But look at that. Increases as high as 26% in certain areas for first class package. Priority mail is going to be an average of 5.9% increase. Like FedEx and UPS, it's kind of a fooler because the higher percentage increases are in the lighter weights where most of us do our shipping, and smaller percentage increases are in the heavier weights and further zones where we don't do most of our shipping. But this makes everything average out to 5.9. But for the sweet spot of where we ship, it's probably going to end up being a little bit higher than that. Wow. Priority Mail Express, 3.9% average. That's actually not too bad. And for those of you who use Parcel Select, this looks really good. It's only going to go up an average of it's going down an average of 1.3%. Say yay now, that's good news until we tell you why later it isn't going to be as good as you think.
Oh.
But it looks good on the slide. And about a 3% increase on medium mail. We can go into some of the individual changes on the next slide. And by the way, Jason and Debbie, if you see any questions, we're happy to answer them. You can interrupt us at any time because I know questions could be flying by pretty quickly.
All right, so I'll let that pause. It's not a question, but actually some love for you guys from Treasured Finds 1365. Just ordered my green large bubble from Bubblefast this past weekend with my tax discount. Took only like 2 days to get to me. Love Mark and Robin from Bubblefast.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
See, he got his bubble fast.
Love it.
Oh, where's my rim shot? I don't have it ready. Wait. There we go. I had it ready.
All right, thanks. So we've talked about a lot of this already. We'll see more detail later, but what's the most important thing on this slide is in the middle. So if you don't know this already, be prepared for this. First class packages will now be zone based.
Wow.
Okay, right now it's the same price for every weight anywhere in the country, but like priority mail, it's going to change each zone. Wow. You can still go up to 15.99 ounces if you're buying postage online, but it only goes up to 13 ounces if you're buying first class package postage at the post office. And there you see some dimensional restrictions. So let's go see some more detail on the next slide. Okay, these are samples. And you can see that on the far right with the yellow, the 2018 prices, and there's only one column because it's flat rate for any zone within each weight class of ounces. But starting in January 27th, they're going to change for each ounce. Actually, it's kind of grouped together. 1 to 4 is going to be one rate. 5 to 11 is going to be another one. Every 4 ounces, it's going to change. The big difference, the big hit, is going to be 13 ounces. 13, 14, and 15 are all going to be the same. As you can see that right now in yellow, 13 ounces in zone 8 or any zone is $4.10. It's going to be $5.53 in zone 8. That's $1. Yeah, you got it. $1.40.
Ouch.
Of dollar increase. That was the 20.5 whatever percent increase you saw. So what they're doing is they're saying 13, 14, and 15, they're making them the same as 15.99. So the lower of that bandwidth is going to show the higher increases. This is really important for you that use first class packages, especially if you list these as flat rate or free shipping. So start looking at those now and either add the extra money to your free shipping or consider using Calculated if you don't already. this is one of the major rule changes, not just rate changes. First class package is going to zone-based pricing.
Wow, never thought we'd hear that.
Any comments or questions from the peanut gallery at this point?
Nope. So far, so good.
Okay. This is a very, very large but very, very smart group. So I know most likely most of you have heard of this already, but here it is in a good consolidated place. Priority mail is on this slide. You saw it's going up 6%. The only really important thing here is the commercial pricing and commercial plus pricing, they're not going to be differentiated anymore. They're going to be merged into one discount. You're going to have your retail rates at the post office, and you're going to have your commercial pricing. So eBay, for example, is not going to be able to offer you commercial plus pricing if you're a top rated seller, because commercial plus pricing and commercial pricing are going to be merged into one level. So you're not necessarily, unless eBay does some changes on their own,
which we haven't heard anything about.
Which we asked and they don't know that there's going to be any changes. There's not going to be a shipping discount benefit to being a top rated seller, since there's only one level of discounts. So that is pretty big news. Okay. Next, I know you're all familiar with dimensional weight. In 2018, rules are anything priority mail going in zones 1 through 4 is not measured with dimensional weight. It's just actual weight. Starting in June 23rd, that is going to change. Priority mail express, and parcel select are all going to be dimensional weight based from zone 1 all the way across the country. For priority packages, which most of us use, this is very, very big news. And to add insult to injury, dimensional weight is calculated by going length times width times height divided by this magic number on the bottom. That magic number on the bottom is going to change from 194 to 166. That means our dimensional weight calculation is actually going to be higher.
Oh.
Yeah, not only are we adding dimensional weight, we're making it higher. And because this was such a big deal, the post office decided not to make these changes until June 23rd to give us all opportunity to find alternatives. This is a big one.
Wow.
So what would the alternative be?
Well, we'll talk about some, but FedEx and UPS ground, we have found are going to be quite comparable now to parcel select rates, which you'll see why later aren't going to be good for you either. So if a lot of you are doing eBay shipping only and doing the vast majority of your items through priority mail, you're going to have to consider using FedEx ground for these packages, and either scheduling a pickup or taking your packages to a FedEx office or Walgreens or any other store that accepts FedEx packaging. So you have time to research this. We suggest that you do so, because it's going to be a big pain, huge pain point.
Just for an example, we sell a roll of bubble wrap that Jason, the bubble wrap you were talking about. Bubble wrap now, we can ship it in zones 1 through 4 at its regular weight, which is maybe 3 or 4 pounds. But our rolls of bubble wrap are going to be considered 47 pounds with the new dimensional weight, and we're not going to be able to use priority mail at all.
I think Robin calculated, Jason, we're going to have to charge you like $80 shipping.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
So-
I'm sorry. Everything good I said about Bubblefast, I'm taking away.
yeah. So in other words, buy all your bubble now before June.
Oh, good idea.
So no, that's a big one. So pay attention to that.
Especially anybody who has large packages of any weight is going to have to look into this and look for alternatives.
So have you had time to absorb that one? You ready to move on for some more good news?
All right.
Okay, so this is not bad. The flat rate changes are 50, 35, 60. I mean, it's almost it's not enough to really lose any sleep over compared to some of the other changes. So this one's not a biggie. You can move on if you want, or just study it for a second. But there's not a big deal.
These are so little that the way I've got mine set up now I won't even change much.
Yeah, you can absorb these if you do a flat rate right now, just pretty much.
Yep. So is that the best news of the whole presentation?
Well, we have some alternatives to talk about at the end that may help you with some of this stuff. Okay. Regional rate, same thing as flat rate. The changes are not that tremendous. There's 8 cents, there's 3 cents. You can see in zones 5, 6, 7, and 8, the box B isn't even changing. So again, not a big deal. You can probably absorb most of these changes for regional rates. Now, we talked briefly about Parcel Select, and wow, it's such great news that Parcel Select is dropping 1.3%. But the reality of it is, this is a chart that compares Parcel Select to Priority Mail. PM is Priority Mail, Parcel Select is the PS, and you can see the top number is for Priority Mail at $7.42. Parcel Select is 10 cents cheaper. Even if you go to 20 pounds to Zone 8, Parcel Select is only 35 cents cheaper and takes forever to get there. So basically, there's no reason to use Parcel Select at all unless you're shipping hazmat that has to go by ground, or you're shipping very large packages that Priority Mail won't take or ground won't take.
Right. So other than those two things, there would be never a reason to use Parcel Select ever again.
Probably not. I mean, I can't say for sure, and we don't know what kind of changes are going to come down in the future.
Well, right? Yeah.
Now, I don't need. It's a ground service. Why are they doing this and telling us not to use it? I can't tell you that, but that's basically what they're saying. The biggest dollar difference for 20 pounds, which is the balloon rate anyway, is 35 cents. No reason to use Parcel Select. So who cares if it went down 1.3%? You're not going to use it anyway.
Good point.
Boo.
Okay, like I said, this is a very smart group, and I've already heard Debbie talk about pirate ship, which we'll talk more about later. Something that hopefully most of you are familiar with is what's called priority cubic pricing. So it is Priority Mail. Any package that is in size less than 1 cubic foot, half a cubic foot, sorry. Yeah. So 12 by 12 by 12 is 1 cubic foot. 12 by 12 by 12 is 1728. So a half a cubic foot is 864. So any package that you do length times width times height divided by 864, as long as that's less than or equal to a half, it's eligible for cubic pricing. If you have access to cubic pricing, which most of us didn't in the past, and if you hadn't heard of it, we'll show you how you can get it now for free. If it's less than a pound, you're not going to use cubic pricing. You're going to use first class. And there's a limit of 20 pounds. Anything over 20 pounds is not eligible for cubic pricing. And the longest side cannot be over 18 inches. But this is going to be a little bit of a savior for all of us who are not already familiar with it. But for small, yeah. But initially, this is designed for people who ship 50,000 packages a year. I don't ship 50,000 packages a year, I don't think. No, I know we don't. Maybe close. I don't know. But I certainly don't ship 50,000 half a cubic foot packages a year. So we're going to find a way where we can all use this. So this is some good news. There is a silver lining with cubic pricing. Okay, so the last line in the last slide says it's based on tier pricing, and this shows it right here. These are in tenths of a cubic foot: 1 tenth, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths. And you can see the prices going across from zones 1 and 2 to zone 8. And you can see that a half a cubic foot box that's less than 20 pounds is going to cost you $17.91 to zone 8. That's comparable to FedEx prices, but goes a lot faster. But to give you an idea of how good that is, we gave you some examples. A Priority Mail package that's 5 pounds, zone 8 would cost $20.40. So you're saving $2.50, $3 if you can use cubic pricing. But look at the difference for a Priority Mail 15-pound package. Remember, you can go up to 20 pounds. Look at a 15-pound Priority Mail package to zone 5, for example. It's $26.74. If it's small enough to be in a half a cubic foot box, you're going to save $16 and get 2 to 3 day shipping. Thank you, Jason. Now this is important. This is really good. This is going to help you save a lot of money. because not everybody knows about this, and somebody else is going to do calculated shipping, or they're going to do flat rate shipping, and they're going to base it on priority mail. And you can do the same thing and pocket the difference, or you can include the cubic foot pricing as part of your flat rate and be more competitive and price your product out for less money and still make the same profit but get more sales. So cubic pricing is going to help you out a lot in 2019. Okay, this was a surprise to us. This is another form of cubic pricing that, believe it or not, we didn't even know about, and I'm not sure how many people really do. It's still cubic pricing, but it goes, if you use what's called a soft pack. So a bubble mailer, whether it's poly or paper, or an online poly mailer with no bubble, those are soft packs. Even if you put a box like a Scotty stuffer inside a soft pack, it's still considered a soft pack. And as long as the length plus the width is less than or equal to 36 inches, it goes as cubic pricing. You're only adding 2 measurements, the length and the width. That's it. Do we do the tiers on the next one, Jason? Let me see.
Well, here, I just happen to have a Scotty stuffer handy.
Oh, cool.
This is a Bubblefast product, and it was built to fit exactly into a padded flat rate priority mail envelope. So you got this nice handy dandy little box, but you can also use it in any other envelope too. There you go, live demonstrations. Okay, back to the presentation.
So like if you used okay, this is the one I was looking for. So again, soft pack is only length plus width. So if you have a number 2 online poly mailer that's 9 by 12, 9 plus 12 is 21, whatever you fit in there, doesn't matter how tall it is going to go at the first tier of cubic pricing, as long as it's less than 20 pounds. It doesn't matter how tall. It only goes by length plus width. So if you had a poly bag that was 18 inches by 18 inches, that's 36 inches. That's pretty darn big. As long as it weighs less than 20 pounds, you can ship that at the half a cubic foot tier of cubic pricing. Now, what defines the length plus width? Most envelopes have a flap on the end of it. You don't count that. Okay, and the one thing that they may not check, but the rules are that if you have an envelope that's 10 by 13, but you fold it over to 10 by 12 or 10 by 10, you still have to use the 10 by 13 because it's the size of the envelope before it's packed.
Oh.
Right? So if you run into a problem, just cut the top off and make it smaller. Okay, so this is an important chart. You don't need to use the chart so much. When you use the software, it'll tell you, it'll explain it for you. But cubic pricing, anything less than a cubic foot, and soft pack, half a cubic foot. This is my fact checker I got with me. So cubic pricing for half a cubic foot and soft pack for cubic pricing are 2 areas that you may not be aware of that can help you tremendously. I know you ship a lot of clothes. Most of it is going to be first class package. But if you want to stuff a couple of pairs of jeans in a bag and it weighs more than a pound, you can use cubic foot pricing instead of regular priority mail and save money on shipping.
Nice.
Yay! Okay, so that's it for most of the changes. As I promised, we were going to talk about a couple of alternatives, some silver linings. FedEx One Rate is something very little. Is not that well known. Sorry. FedEx One Rate is a product that was designed to be similar to USPS flat rate products. The problem with it was 4 or 5 years ago that FedEx designed it to compete with flat rate products at the retail level. But at the commercial level, it was not competitive with padded mailers and regional rate boxes and flat rates and things like that. So it wasn't used very often. So FedEx rethought that, and FedEx One Rate is an express product. And so they reduced the rates for 2018 to, there's several different size boxes. One that we use the most is called a flat pack. It's a soft pack. It's like a flat rate pattern mailer, but bigger, or it could be the same size but not have bubble in it. These are products you get from FedEx for free. So we can fit more in there than you can in the padded mailer. And for 2018, up until Monday, 2-day express only costs $7.50.
Wow.
2-day express only costs $7.50. And 3-day express only costs $7.25. So we pulled a Debbie Weeder today, and we looked at this product that we sold, and it was big and bulky. And Robin says, you know what? I'll bet you we can fit that into 2 FedEx one-rate packages, and we shipped it for $14 and change instead of $19 or whatever it's going to cost us. So FedEx one rate is a relatively new product, relatively unknown. There is a caveat to it. So number one, you have to have your own FedEx account. And number two, you have to ask your FedEx rate, your FedEx rep to give you the special discounted rates. It was closed as of December 31st, up to December 31st, and has now reopened. So if you don't have a FedEx account, get one. It doesn't cost anything to get a FedEx account, and then ask the rep to enroll you in the FedEx One Rate program. And you will save money. Now, the rates have increased. They haven't told us exactly what yet, so it's going to be up a little bit higher than the numbers that I gave you, but it's still going to be much less money than it would be for priority mail if you can fit it in those size packages.
The packs are likely to be in the $8 range, somewhere around there. We don't know exactly, but
again, it's bigger than a flat rate padded mailer, and you can fit more in there. Now, if you have your own FedEx account and you want to still get something with eBay, eBay does not offer FedEx one rate discounts with the FedEx you use from them. So you would have to print the label yourself on FedEx.com online, and then copy paste the tracking number yourself manually into eBay. But it's a little bit more effort, but it is well worth it because you're going to save a lot of money. So definitely look into FedEx one rates, find a rep, get them out to your office, your home, whatever. There is no minimum requirement. They want people to sign up for this program. If you say, look, I only do one FedEx every 3 months, don't let that slow you down, because you're going to do a lot of FedEx one rate, and you can either have an express driver come pick up from you if you have enough volume, or you can just, again, take it to Walgreens or any FedEx office or any place else. It's definitely worth looking into. But again, you have to ask for the special rate, and you're not going to get it through eBay.
Rich and Nyla said, where do you get the one rate products?
Those you get for free from FedEx.com. Just like any shipping supply, you order free shipping supplies at USPS.com, and it'll be exactly the same way at FedEx.com. You can order the FedEx one rate products. Now, there's several sizes, and the bigger boxes are smaller than we get from flat rate boxes, and so we don't use anything ourselves except for what's called the one rate large packs. So again, so that we use 4, 5, 6 a day, and it's definitely saved us money.
Sweet.
So any more questions? I'd be happy to answer as many as it takes.
So the labels for those, you can either print them through FedEx.com. The only other option is if you have a ShipStation account, you can also do it through ShipStation.
Cool.
A little extra work but a lot of savings. Okay, now on the bottom here, again, most of you have probably already heard of Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship is it's a free service like a stamps.com, and it is the only opportunity that we're aware of where you can get access to cubic pricing. And not only do you get access to cubic pricing, you get access to cubic pricing for free. Let me say that again. Pirateship.com is free.
Nice.
So you just go there, you sign up for it, and yay, I love that. You can sign up for it, put in your information. It is one of the easiest programs to work. You just put in your shipping information, and then you put in your weight and your dimensions, and just like eBay or ShipStation or Stamps.com, it'll give you all the different alternatives. and you pick the one that's the least expensive. And so if it's eligible for cubic pricing, then it'll show you. It isn't good for just cubic pricing. It's good for all USPS products, which is important because Pirate Ship does integrate with eBay.
Yes.
Okay, so you can connect the two together and have all of your post office orders run through Pirate Ship and have all the tracking numbers posted back to eBay.
Nice.
And again, it's free. You'll save a lot of money and you'll be more competitive. They've been around for 4 or 5 years, but just in the last year, they're really taking off. So more and more people are hearing about them and jumping on board. So don't be one of the last ones to do that and miss out on your competitive advantages.
Heck yeah, I was late to the show and I'm bummed at myself.
Well, it's too easy. If you hear about it, you can hand type, you can upload a CSV, or you can connect directly to eBay, Shopify, Etsy, not Amazon. But there are several shopping carts that it does hook up to.
You can still use it for Amazon for merchant fulfilled items. You just have to enter the tracking manually.
Okay, anybody have any questions out there yet?
Nope.
I
Okay,
have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You mentioned 18 by 18 envelopes for Pirate Ship soft pack. Do you carry those?
We're looking into
Yeah,
that.
we are.
don't
Yeah,
have-
we don't at this time. We have 14 by 17, 14 by 19 and a half,
that we cut.
which we use, and we have to cut it down. So we are working on getting 18 by 18 because it does qualify.
Okay, because I've looked everywhere and can't find them. So good. I'll be glad you're carrying them.
We're going to have a custom, and we'll let everybody know when they're ready.
Nice.
Okay, so here is now Robin and I made this presentation to our meetup group in Chicago, and it took us an hour and a half to get through all of this. This is definitely an abridged version. It's about half the slides, and we did a lot of Q&A at the time. So there's a lot we might have missed, but this is a quick summary. There's the rate changes and the rule changes and the cubic pricing and your alternatives. USPS, so UPS and FedEx, they're averaging, we didn't talk about this, about 5% increase. UPS has already made their change on December 26th, and FedEx changes take place on Monday. And for the rule changes for the post office, remember, look at 2C, Priority Mail Express, and Parcel Select are all going dim weight, but not until June 23rd. And the divisor is changing from 194 down to 166, which will make your dimensional weight higher. So you've got some time, but look into some alternatives. And next slide. So this is a snapshot of the Bubblefast website. On the very top, there's a tab on the top right that says 2019 ship changes. So anybody can go to bubblefast.com and click on that tab, and you can get your free download of all 37 pages of our original presentation.
Nice.
And so, and it has clickable links for some of the areas.
And I will put this in the thrifting board too, to make it easy for everyone to find also.
Now, you want to go to the thrifting board and look at the replay of this and download it and get everything you can from it. There is more detail again on the Bubblefast website. It was videotaped in 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. So you'll see some more detail there, most of which you can just get by downloading the slides anyway.
Okay.
This was kind of fast. I apologize for that. It was, again, a abridged version. You can email me at mark@bubblefast.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have about shipping changes in 2019. We're all in this together. We've been doing this a long time, and we want to help each other out.
Nice. Thank you.
So, we're having a little bit of crazy feedback, so I'm muting you guys as I'm asking questions so we don't hear the crazy feedback. But question in the chat is, when you say ask a FedEx rep to be enrolled, do you mean online or at a store?
You just call them up and say, I need to sign up, get me a rep, and let the rep come out and visit you. One-on-one is always better, and it's going to, with FedEx and UPS, you can negotiate your rates. You can negotiate your percentages. You cannot do that with the post office.
Wow.
So if you're going to get an actual rep to come out and visit you and talk about your shipping and how much you're going to do, and don't think like, the way you look at it is, look, I only do 3 packages a week now, but now that you're going to help me get discounted rates, with FedEx, I'm going to be able to triple that to 10, 15, 20 a week. So, I need better catch-22. I need better discounts from you so you can help me ship more so everybody's going to be happy. That's the way you play it. So you really want to talk to somebody face-to-face. And that's the way you're going to get the best results. It's not the only way to do it. It's just, in our opinion, the best way to do it. But I don't know that you can. I mean, you need to request to get into the one-rate discount program. You can go online and sign up get your own FedEx account, but you're going to have questions, and I don't know that you can ask online to get enrolled in the FedEx one-rate program. That you're going to have to talk to a person one way or the other, or email. I know not everybody's comfortable talking to sales reps, but it's the quickest and best way to get this accomplished.
Cool. All right. So Mark and Robin have a little bonus for us, but I'm going to tie it to this. We got 170 people watching right now, and we only got 53 thumbs up. So I will not give the special offer until we have 100 thumbs up. Come on now. Show a little love for either Mark or Robin or me or Debbie or just the information in general. We got 170 of you. Only 53 thumbs up. So let's get some thumbs up, and we'll give you a little added bonus. How's that? That sound like a good idea?
Yes.
Ooh, 63.
Absolutely.
Okay. Stop playing by 10.
Nice.
And while we're waiting for a 68, Jersey Jane said, hate the rate increases, but love the show. Thanks for keeping us all informed. So yeah, it's Mark and Robin have been friends and supporters of us for a long time. So I do thank you and appreciate that. All right, 76, we're almost there. Keep coming.
Nicest people and best customer service.
Oh, absolutely. Customer service is bar none.
I get my 2-up shipping labels from them. One of these days I'll figure out my Dymo label and use that. But
is that still in the box?
Well, I don't know if I have the right one. I don't have there's 2 different twins or something. So I think there's a workaround to use mine. So yeah, it's still in the box. I used to use it for FBA labels. That's why I bought it. So it does have some use. But
you want the Dymo 450 or 450 Turbo if you're doing the FBA item labels. I think it's the DX4L, I think it is, if you want to use 4x6 labels for shipping.
Right. See, I have the wrong one. So maybe I should sell mine on eBay and buy the right one.
There you go.
All right, we're at 92.
Woo!
Come on now.
Exciting. So exciting.
All right, 94, close enough. So typically, and I don't promote this enough, and so that's my bad, and I apologize, but typically when you plug Tiki Pug in, oops, wrong slide first. Shoot, I gave it away. When you plug Tiki Pug in, when you check out for Bubblefast, you always save 10%. But for tonight, those of you watching, Mark and Robin were generous enough to up it to 15% until the 15th of January. So get your supplies ordered before the 15th and use Tiki Pug, and you will save 15% off your entire order. Thank you, Mark and Robin.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Just let me clarify. It's not an extra 15%.
Stack those coupons.
But and then some people always kind of don't realize this part. You got to order from them directly. If you buy something from Bubblefast on eBay, you can't use that discount. So order from them directly.
Right.
So while we're waiting for the 100th, everybody see my shirt?
Yes.
Boo. Hang on.
For those of you that may not know, Jason's from Cleveland. In 2016, it was the Chicago Cubs against the Cleveland Indians in the World Series. And Game 7 was high pressure, and it was just an amazing game, and it could have gone either way. Thankfully, our Cubbies won, which means I won also because Jason and I had a little bet on the game, so I had to rub it in a little bit. I will say true to his word, Jason did pay me off the bet.
Okay.
But what I can't believe is that his wife gave me the check. Jason wouldn't even write the check in his own name. He was so embarrassed that Cleveland Indians lost.
Oh.
All right, we got 101 thumbs up. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Now, those of you who watch after the fact, love you just as much. But, as the good thing about watching live when you can is you can ask questions to me or Debbie or the guests or, it just, I saw you guys tonight. You were chatty. You were having fun in the chat. It's always a lot of fun when you can watch live. But if you can't, no biggie. Just watch at your leisure. And I already saw people say many times, we're going to have to rewatch this episode again and again to get the math. Now, once you get the math and understand it, it'll be pretty easy. And I understand how, Mark and Robin get it. And so when they flew through it, I get it when you're new to this, but man, figure this out. It's saving you money for shipping. Why throw money away? There are ways for us to save money as online sellers. So use every single thing that you can use.
Yes.
Everything.
And the thrifting board, everyone's in there to help you too. So if you have any questions, ask in the group. That's what it's there for.
Yep. All right, Mark, Robin, thank you very much. We love you guys.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
I think it might have been in the chat, but if you want to say it right now, the Ecom Chicago dates are out.
They are. This year is a little bit different. It's going to be October as always, October 16th through 16th, 17th, and 18th. The difference is that this year it's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They've already pre-booked Saturday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, October 16th, 17th, and 18th. And we always have a good time. Jason is always there. He's going to be back again this year. Chicago is a great place to be. Lots of tiki bars and a lot of fun. Last year we had pre-show vendor day where you can have one-on-ones with vendors, and we had coaches corner where you can have one-on-one with the speakers. So much fun, so much information. The registration is not yet open. It's a bit early yet, but block out your calendars now. And if it wasn't for Rich and Nyla Sayak, who run the group, it wouldn't be able to happen. So Rich and Nyla are in tonight, and I want to thank both of you for moderating. And Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
And I want to add real quick that I did the coaches corner. I slacked. I only did 4 hours. Chris Green and Brianna did 8. And I'll definitely do 8 this year because I can't be showed up. What the hell? But I knew it'd be fun, but it was so much more fun from the coaches and that I even expected. Like, it was so fun to sit with people, and that's just part of your registration. I mean, that day's worth of registration alone, because you could go from me to Chris Green to Brianna to all the other coaches who are in one big room and get, free information. And it was a blast. Like, I can't wait to do it again, but we got to plan how to get the speakers, the coaches, lunch.
We're going to take a break this year. But so everybody doesn't know, Coach's Corner, like Jason said, each coach has a round table in the room, and you all have 20-minute sessions to talk one-on-one with the coach.
Yep.
So this is an opportunity you can't pass up. You're not paying for this, and the coaches are giving of their time voluntarily. And it was tense and intense, but it was so much fun. We have to make some improvements because it was the first time we ever did it, but there isn't a single person who did it that doesn't want to do it again, coaches included.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I can't wait. That was a fun day. And I'm bummed that I didn't have the whole day signed up, but yes, lunch break and I'll do the whole day.
maybe a tiki, a drink thrown in there.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool too.
Sold.
Bring a bartender.
So we should look at booking our airfare now if we can to save money, because I've never been. Each year I say I'm gonna go this year somehow.
This is the year, Deb.
Yes, this is the year.
All right, so thank you everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Mark and Robin. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Thank you for all the admins who keep the chat rolling. I love you all. So don't forget, this Sunday, Mom and I, 8 p.m. East Coast, 5 p.m. West Coast. What are your New Year's resolutions in regards to your online selling business? We'll be talking about ours. I will be starting to post tonight on the thrifting board. So pop yours in there and we'll discuss the most common ones. And we'll probably pick out the weirdest one too. Now, if you're not doing a common one, think of the weirdest thing you want to fix in your business and we'll talk about that. So have a good evening, everybody. And we'll see you on Sunday. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.